This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
Published in such state as the shortness of time permitted. And since you had no knowledge in their lifetime either of my Lady Duchess or of the others who are dead, except Duke Giuliano and the Cardinal of Santa Maria in Portico, in order to give you that knowledge after their death as far as I can, I send you this book as a picture of the court of Urbino, not by the hand of Raphael or Michelangelo, but of a humble painter who knows only how to trace the chief lines, and cannot adorn truth with bright colouring, or by perspective art make that which is not seem to be. And although I try to show forth in their discourse the qualities and character of my personages, I own I failed to express, or even to suggest, the excellencies of my Lady Duchess, not only because my style is inadequate to describe them, but because my intelligence fails even to conceive of them. And if I be censured for this, or any other matter worthy of censure, for I well know that my book contains many such, I shall not gainsay the truth. But as men sometimes so delight in finding fault that they reprehend even that which does not merit reprehension, to such as blame me because I did not imitate Boccaccio or conform to the usages of present Tuscan speech, I shall not refrain from saying that while, for his time, Boccaccio had a charming faculty, and often wrote with care and diligence, yet he wrote far better when he followed only the guidance of his natural wit and instinct, without further thought or care to polish his writings, than when he strove industriously and laboriously to be more refined and correct. For this reason, even his followers declare that he greatly erred in judgment concerning his own works, holding cheap what did him honour, and prizing what was worthless. Therefore, if I had imitated that manner of writing which, in Boccaccio, is censured by those who otherwise praise him, I should not have been able to escape those same aspersions that were cast on him in this regard. And I should have more deserved them, because he committed his faults thinking he was doing well, while I should have known I was doing ill. Again, if I had imitated the style now admired by many, but less esteemed by him, it seemed to me that by such imitation I should show myself at variance with him whom I was imitating, a thing I deemed unseemly. And again, if this consideration had not moved me, I was not able to imitate him in my subject matter, for he never wrote anything at all in the manner of these books of the Courtier. And I thought I ought not to imitate him in language, because the power and true law of good speech consist rather in usage than in aught else, and it is always a bad habit to employ words not in use. Therefore it was not meet for me to borrow many of Boccaccio's words that were used in his day, but are not now used even by the Tuscans themselves. Nor was I willing to limit myself to the Tuscan usage of today, because intercourse between different nations has always had the effect to transport, as it were like merchandise, new forms of speech from one to the other, and these endure or fail according as custom accepts or rejects them. Besides being attested by the ancients, this is clearly seen in Boccaccio, who used so many French, Spanish, and Provençal words, some of them perhaps not very intelligible to modern Tuscans, that if they were all omitted, his work would be far shorter. And since, in my opinion, we ought not to despise the idiom of the other noble cities of Italy, whither men resort who are wise, witty, and eloquent, wont to discourse on weighty matters of statecraft, letters, war, and commerce, I think that, of the words used in the speech of these places, I could fitly use in writing such as are graceful in themselves, elegant to pronounce, and commonly deemed good and expressive, although they might not be Tuscan or even of Italian origin. Moreover, in Tuscany, many words are used which are plainly corruptions of the Latin, but which in Lombardy and other parts of Italy have remained pure and unchanged, and are so generally employed by everyone that they are accepted by the gentle and easily understood by the vulgar. Hence, I think I did not err if in writing I used some of these words, or preferred what is whole and true speech of my own country, rather than what is corrupt and mutilated from abroad. Neither do I regard as sound the maxim laid down by many that our common speech is the more beautiful the less it is like Latin. Nor do I understand why one fashion of speech should be accorded so much greater authority than another, that if the Tuscan tongue can ennoble debased and mutilated Latin words, and lend them such grace that, mutilated as they are, they may be used by anyone without reproach, which is not denied, the Lombard or any other tongue may not support these same Latin words, pure, whole, precise, and